Your voice, your opinion, your community. Fact TV, free speech, protected.
Have you ever been to a Spirit Halloween?
Yes.
Have you ever thought what it would be like to be locked in alone overnight?
Actually, yes.
Do they sell this movie at Spirit Halloween?
Nope, not even in their cheapest of crap section.
All this and more on Gory Story Time.
Warning. Gory Story Time is a horror movie review show by a son and his dad who thought that letting his 5-year-old watch scary movies was acceptable. If you are offended by horror or talk about blood and gore by a child, or if you don't want horror movies from the 60s through today spoiled, then there is a remote stuck in your couch cushion next to potato chip crumbs. Use it. And of course, parental discretion is advised.
Why? You didn't use any.
Shut up and start the show.
Welcome to Gory Story Time. I'm your host, Jason.
I'm his co-host and father, Craig, and this week we're finally getting around to the Spirit Halloween movie. When we first heard that they were making this movie, we were like, that seems cool. We like Spirit Halloween.
Yes.
And then after it was released, we went to Spirit Halloween last year and said, hey, do you have it? And they said, why would we have that? I was like, because if Walmart had a movie, they would have copies of it.
Heck, if Walmart had a movie, Target would have copies of it.
I think Walmart sold the documentary that was dissing Walmart that was super popular in the early 2000s.
Probably.
Which says something.
They're willing to make a cut off of it.
But, well, to be fair, it was manufactured in the United States, so maybe not.
Oh.
They like the Chinese stuff. But this isn't about Walmart.
Yeah, no. This store, Spirit Halloween, as you can see on the poster.
They didn't use the logo of, even though they got to use it in the movie. It's so weird.
Yeah.
But anyway, we'll get into our thoughts on this, which are probably already clear by the way we're not hyping this up.
All right.
Well, anyway, the basic premise is three friends, are spending their last Halloween together. They were going to go trick-or-treating, but one of them has chest hair, so he decided they weren't going to. He was too old to go.
Yeah, that's for little kids who don't have chest hair.
Yes.
And it's so more than one hair.
I'll get into this later, but it badly wanted to be other movies.
And shows.
But anyway, the premise is they decide to they sneak in and then hide in a Spirit Halloween and spend the night there on Halloween.
And
separately,
Christopher Lloyd is dead.
Yeah, separately, someone is dead and looking for a body to possess.
Yes. I think his name is Alec.
I don't remember. I think we'll have names
I know what it's
in
not.
Here. I don't know. But the point is, that's the premise of the movie. It's fairly generic, and here's the fairly generic trailer to go with that.
We can always just watch a scary movie at my place.
Dude, we need something super creepy or I'm out.
You want something really creepy? How about a night locked in here? Pop-up Halloween store in a creepy lot? Awesome.
Final notice.
A spirit that can't let go of his life? Possibly someone who died here.
Alec Windsor.
We're doing something Saturday. 3 of us, best holiday of the year, just like always. But the store closed and we're still inside.
You mean the store's locked and we're trapped inside?
Was that there before?
Ask the right questions, you'll get the right answers.
Is Alec Windsor roaming tonight?
What does he want?
Oh my god, what's happening?
For 1 hour on the anniversary of their death, they can possess things or people.
Death will end tonight.
He's not answering his phone.
He's with his buddies. He's fine.
Holy cow.
Seal with a sacrifice to set him free.
Carson, now!
Your girlfriend is real scary.
Yeah, so if that trailer had been something I had seen before this, I would have been sold on watching this movie, I gotta say that.
Why?
Because I saw the trailer before I watched the movie years ago.
And you wanted to see
And
it?
I was like, oh, you know what? I could see myself liking that.
Well, anyway, before we get into the behind-the-scenes information and our opinions on things, we have to explain that we're not really here to review this movie.
No.
I know we're a movie review show. I know we do a movie a week. I know this is the movie we're reviewing. That's still not why we're here. We're here because we like to make big stacks of fat cash.
Yes.
And the way that we do that is by being...
Whores.
Hey!
Yeah, that's the thing that we say.
Kinda.
Yeah.
We basically pimp out our brand to tell people that all these things are amazing.
For money.
Even if
lots
the
and
movie's
lots of
not.
money. Yeah, well.
This week, and they're real.
Yes, they do exist.
Gory Story Time is brought to you by Barnes & Noble the Movie. A local book club goes to a Barnes & Noble and is accidentally locked in overnight, and you can only guess what kind of shenanigans they get into. Barnes & Noble the Movie is based on a book that ironically has to be ordered online because there aren't many Barnes & Nobles left. That's Barnes & Noble the Movie, because why not? Also look forward to Target the Movie, coming this Christmas from GST Films.
And by...
Can't work paper?
No. And by the Easter Egg Shop. Get all your Easter needs taken care of at the Easter Egg Shop. We have everything you need, from decorations to full-size bunny suits. We have baskets, we have fake grass to fill them with, both edible and old-school plastic versions. Your choice. We also take mini candles, jack up the price, and sell them to you.
Candies, not candles.
Oh, candies. Jack up the price and sell them to you to add to your children's basket. And why get some cheap Matchbox cars or dolls from the dollar store when we could sell you the same quality toy to you, and you can pay $3 to $5 at the Easter Egg Shop. The Easter Egg Shop, open for 2 months every spring. No bunny does it better.
That makes sense.
It does.
Do one for every, do one for each holiday.
Yes.
Anyway, now is the part where
Oh my
we get
goodness,
into
Dad.
the
Spirit Arbor Day is opening soon.
Ironically, they sell axes and chainsaws.
Well,
well, no. Funny thing is, we know that they're really opening Spirit Christmas. That's actually a thing they've announced. But which is weird because there's already a Christmas tree shop that's open 24.
Yeah, but that doesn't make them money.
Weeks. No, but like.
So why would they do that?
Why would they compete with? Like, there's not enough Christmas junk that people need in August to have 2 stores. But if it's the Spirit Company, they're probably only going to be open November, December, I wonder if they'll just move it right in behind whatever they move out at the end of October.
Yeah, they'll just become Spirit the store, and it'll just interchangeably for all of the decorations.
But anyway, this is the behind-the-scenes information, or as Jason likes to call it, the meat and beef of the show.
Or as I like to call it, the meat and beef of the show.
Low carb. That's all you need to. You want to go first or you want me to?
You can.
Okay. The film had an exclusive premiere of the trailer at the opening of Spirit Halloween's flagship store in Egg Harbor Township, New Jersey, July 30th, 2022. It was accompanied by cast members Marissa Reyes, Donovan Colin, Dylan Martin Frankel, and Jaden J. Smith. So the kids.
Yes. The trailer was also shown at Midsummer Scream, a Halloween and horror-themed convention in Long Beach, California, on July 31st.
I like the idea of a Halloween convention in July, because I don't mind Halloween stuff all year round.
No, never will.
I mean, Spirit Halloween is decorations for the whole year, isn't it? Anyway, Spirit Halloween is a real store that is open every year through August through October in the United States and Canada.
Whoa, it is? The building that this particular Spirit Halloween store is set up in is an old Toys R Us building in Rome, GA.
Georgia. Not Rome.
I was
Rome,
like,
Georgia.
whoa.
Yeah, no. This was not the first time Christopher Lloyd portrayed a villain. Previously, he portrayed Judge Doom on Who Framed Roger Rabbit and Switchblade Sam in Dennis the Menace.
And this isn't the last time that he's going to do it either, as long as they keep paying him money.
Well,
production began in late 2021 and wrapped in February of 2022.
the film was not publicly announced until April 11th, 2022, when Christopher Lloyd and Rachel Lee Cook were confirmed to star in it.
So they filmed it all before and then didn't say that they were going to be in it until after?
Apparently.
How'd they know when they were filming?
Wait, that is weird. If production wrapped in February and they didn't announce it until 2022,
unless they did like
Lloyd
more shoots, because all he did was that one scene and then it was all voiceover for him.
So that might have been what it was. I don't know.
But if he wasn't like cast in it until after the movie was made,
know. I just looked up the facts. I didn't like fact check them. Like I went to
the rule was we weren't gonna fact check these.
like.
Where was this? 7? No, you did
7,
that.
yeah.
The film is produced by Strike Back Studios, Hideout Pictures, Particular Crowd, and Film Mode Entertainment in an official partnership with Spirit Halloween.
Noor Ahmed, president of Strike Back Studios, stated, "One of the reasons I immediately connected with this script is it's inspired by some of my favorite kid adventure films growing up, from The Goonies and Gremlins and Monster Squad and so many great films made by Amblin Entertainment."
And then somebody crashed their car into him.
The testicular fortitude of this man to mention those amazing movies.
Yes, ever. The film was released on video on demand on October 11th in 2022.
Jordan Hoffman of the AV Club gave this film a grade of C-. He likened the experience of watching it to the experience of visiting a Spirit Halloween store. Most of the stuff in there is, let's face it, mass-produced crap, he said.
A C-? That's a passing grade.
And he's being too rough on the store.
Well, that's true, too. Megan Navarro...
That'd be Megan.
Megan. Oh, yeah. That makes more sense. Megan Navarro of Bloody Disgusting wrote that it serves as an effective showcase of the store's catalog, but never fully utilizes its store setting to its advantage. The feature opts to spotlight only a handful of items in what amounts to an endless chase between the boys and the ghostly villain, instead of using the setup to build an atmosphere or a haunted funhouse feel. Yeah.
True. She also said it's not the story or its characters that stick in your mind once the end credits hit. It's the items that'll fill up your Halloween or your Spirit Halloween wish list. Okay.
Spirit Halloween store franchise wasn't trying to produce a movie. Billy Bates, screenwriter, had written this script way back in 2016, honestly inspired by her kids' fascination with the store and her own fascination with Halloween in general. She grew up in Australia, and many of her impressions of the holiday and genre came from watching American movies as a kid. She had won some festival awards with this script over the years and shopped it a bit before it finally found its way to Hideout. Spirit Halloween had no idea any of this was happening.
So in other words, when they came to him and said, "Hey, this award-winning script about your store is something we want to make.
They
Can we
said,
collab?" And they
"Money?"
said, "Sure." Yeah, basically, it's like,
You'll pay us?
well, we think it's not. We might not know if it's a great idea, but money, you say? Yes.
Oh, well.
All right.
And Rotten Tomatoes exists.
They do.
For better or worse, they do exist, and you can go there and eventually find real numbers.
Yes. They are not conglomerate. They take a...
They're a website.
Yeah, they're a website, but that's not... I'm trying to think of a specific word.
They're collectors. They collect reviews from all over the world.
And they just combine them all together and break it down into positive and negative, and then the percentage they give you is anything positive.
Yes.
And
the critics had it at a 54%.
Which is not a passing grade for them. The people also get a voice, and usually with horror movies or comedies, they'll be higher than...
Yeah.
The people have it 48%.
Yes,
so
and those are
lower.
the real numbers.
Yeah, he tries to get the most accurate numbers that they list.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's true. Now, neither of us really thought this was a good movie. So we're going to start with our favorite things, because we always start with the one that's harder to figure out. What was your favorite scene or thing about this movie?
All right. So Christopher Lloyd, the villain who they kill in the trailer, he haunts this store, right?
Yeah.
So he keeps taking over all these different, not mannequins, but animatronics in the store.
He does.
And like moving them around to freak out the kids and try to chase them with them. And he gets this one that's a fat guy with like a chainsaw arm and like a bat on the other hand. And this is after a while that he's been complaining he needs arms. So he gets this thing, and then he's just complaining that he needs arms to open a door. And this goes for like 6 minutes. And it was hilarious to me.
Well,
that he kept complaining he needed arms and kept picking things that didn't have arms.
Well, and then he went to go down in the thing on the ground,
Yeah.
and he couldn't lift it because those things weren't hands. He had arms, but now he needed hands.
It's like he has the ghostly power to possess animatronics, and he can't open a door.
He has the power of leaving the thing and just floating through the floor.
That too. He does nothing with his powers. His power is that he did nothing to obtain.
Right, and he definitely did take over animatronics, though.
And then he never showed his face again in the entire movie.
No, it was all voiceover. Probably cheaper to get him when it's voiceover.
Yeah.
What was my favorite thing? Honestly, I'm gonna say I'm a huge fan of Spirit Halloween, and I liked seeing a bunch of stuff that I'm like, hey, I've
literally seen that,
like those
there.
animatronics and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
I like those. I really did. And so because of that, when he took over the animatronics, similar to you, I thought that was pretty cool. Especially the special effects did a good job of making it look like he made them taller and stretch it out. And
and it actually did a decent job at that.
yeah, I'll give it that.
Definitely.
What was your least favorite part? The rest.
Not quite. Probably that this giant superstore version of Spirit Halloween is
It's bigger
coincidentally.
than anything we've been to.
Oh yeah, it just happens to be built on top of caves. And guess what's in those caves? The dead guy's house.
That wasn't the dead guy's house.
It was a house inside of the caves
but it wasn't the
from the
dead
beginning of the movie.
If you remember the end of the movie, that wasn't
I
the
thought that
dead
was
guy
his
that was
house.
there. No, that was the same place underground that the old African
Then
American.
why was he haunting it? Thought he wasn't allowed there. That's what the whole thing was. He was told not to be there.
It wasn't a well put together script.
She killed him for being there.
And he could never leave because his spirit was not.
She didn't want him there. Why
And
would
now
she
he could
curse him
nev-
to stay?
Well, no, that wasn't her. That was the little girl that watched him get cursed originally.
Oh.
that old lady was the little girl clinging to the person who killed him.
Oh. I thought that old lady was the old woman. All right.
No.
This movie was well put together.
And well understood, apparently.
Yeah.
My least favorite part, boy, it's really hard because there's so many things that were just
not right about this movie.
Yeah, because one of the best things about Spirit Halloween is all the like actual Nightmare on Elm Street and Beetlejuice and Freddy Krueger and Halloween stuff. They
like
showed
for every,
none of that.
For every like
copyright.
4 copyrighted items that are at that store for real, there's probably 2.
I guess
nondescript.
I was hoping for something along the lines of a Goonies or a Monster Squad, and it ended up being more of a Night of the Living Fred.
No,
you're right. It wasn't as
Fred's
good as
not
Night of the
that
Living
bad.
Fred. I hated Fred, by the way.
Yeah.
No, I did tell him because I watched it first. Go into it thinking made for TV Nickelodeon movie, not made to be on the big screen. Unfortunately, this was put on the big screen.
Yeah. I feel like this movie was like a knockoff group of Stranger Things rejects get together to do a Five Nights at Freddy's reboot.
No.
In the wrong place.
Yeah, it was done very poorly.
I mean, it has the same one ghost guy is haunting all of these different animatronics.
One
trying
thing
to kill
I
these
will
kids.
say that a separate thing that I liked, I'm just going to throw this out there because we've been trashing it so much. I did like the fact that the main guy had a crush on his friend's older sister. And that's a common thing in those type of movies.
In the Goonies and stuff like that.
The difference is usually the adventure gets done and boom, and
it's
they
like,
hook up.
obviously
And
have
this
to
one,
because he's a hero.
I'm not even going to say spoiler alert because I'm not spoiling anything. Don't watch this movie. Like, it's really okay. Like, watching the movie is spoiling it.
Yep.
So I'll just tell you that he leans in to kiss the girl and she's like, yeah, no, that's not ever going to happen. Person 3 years younger than me when I'm 17, you creep.
Yeah.
And I'm glad because, like, that's always a little weird
and,
to
like,
me.
45 seconds before that, he's, like, swinging like a monkey from a freaking chandelier.
He kept calling her his girlfriend.
Right. He's like, that body belongs to my girlfriend. And nobody corrected him.
No. The first time he said it, one of the other kids was like, your girlfriend? I think it was actually the brother.
Yeah, the whiny one that wanted him to
The one
burn
with the
his
chest
picture.
hair?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was kind of a jerk about that, too.
He was like, you should get rid of the only memory you've got of your dead dad.
Yeah, they had a subplot of one of them's dad died, and his friend wasn't very understanding about that.
He's like, get over it, wimp.
And the mom has a new husband that had a kid of his own.
Which makes it so much more difficult for him to get over it.
It would have mattered better if, like, you cared about the characters.
In the middle was good.
Anyway...
so on a scale from 1 to 10. All right.
And we're going to be as fair as possible. Try to look at it through the eyes of it was made like one of those Nickelodeon or Disney show movies.
If this movie had happened,
like channel movies,
when we first started this channel, all right, when I
13.
was a child.
When you were 13.
I would have thought, yeah, this is all right. I could watch this at Halloween season when Nickelodeon forces me to watch this in the middle of all of the other ones. And I probably would have given it a 7. As a 13-year-old.
But now that you realize how stupid you were,
it has been 11 years.
It would be
like a 4.5.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and I'll give it a 4. Like, this movie is.
It's not good.
It sure was made. They sure filmed it.
And it won awards before it was even a movie. This script? I heard the things they said in this script.
And saw the things they did.
With this is like, not a award winner.
We hate taking large dumps on movies.
Because I will always go back to this store, all right? This is nothing against Spirit Halloween, all right? This is something against Spirit Halloween.
See, he would have liked it better. He admitted this before the show. Had he bought it at Spirit Halloween, if they had sold it there and he had purchased it as a hard copy, he would have forced himself to like it better because he had actual money and didn't just stream it on TV.
I invested in this thing, But
since he didn't, he gets to be even more honest.
Moronist.
Anyway.
Okay, so, it's not good. Don't watch it. But also you can. It's free.
4 and 4.5. So.
Yes.
All right.
The stuff. Yeah, there it is. All right. You can watch this show on Fact TV channel 1082, Thursdays at 8:30 p.m., Fridays at 7 p.m.
You can like us on Facebook, and by us, I mean not only Gory Story Time, but Fact TV also.
Yeah. You can go to fact8.com, watch a bunch of the back episodes of this very show.
And others.
A lot of others.
And you can follow us on X Gonna Give It To You. And I'm at Craig Jakes, all one word, all lowercase.
Not demonetized. I'm at Jiggly Firm.
Yeah, because that was the same thing as playing a clip.
Yeah.
That sounded just like DMX, didn't it?
I can't even do that as a joke.
Nope, not even a little bit. All right. And check out Gory Story Time on YouTube. Just type in Gory Story Time. The 2 pages that should pop up is Gory Story Time itself. Like, subscribe, whatever. And also the other one would be Fact TV has their channel. Yeah. And give them a like, subscribe, and hit the thumbs up and all the good stuff.
Yeah, as long as you did us first.
Yeah.
Yeah. But until next time, I've been your host, Jason.
I'm his co-host and father, Craig.
And sweet dreams.